Hello, this is Broyar, and welcome back to another episode of our Let's Play for UBoat. Still in our first sub here. Do we see the name of our sub? Do we have a name? I thought we have a number or something like that. I forget what we are. I don't see it on here. We're something. You guys know what we are from what you've seen before, but I forget what the name of our sub is. Oh, there it is. U4? Yeah, we're U4. All right, so there we go. We are just a Type 2 sub, little baby sub. Hopefully someday we'll be a Type 7 like these other guys that we can find. There are a couple. There's actually a Type 7B not too far away from us at the moment. We were chasing a convoy, but for whatever reason, and I don't know if I've seen this very often, the convoy was moving towards us. We even had an intercept plotted for up here, and now they're moving away from us. And I don't have an explanation for why they're suddenly moving away, unless, again, some of these U-boats got in there and started messing with them a little bit, and so therefore they're fleeing, potentially. That's all I can understand. So we're going to ignore that. We're going to get back on our patrol, and we'll just ignore that convoy because, again, unless I go on topside, which we're not going to do in broad daylight, especially against a convoy, I really don't want to die today. We're just going to go ahead and get out of here and go on our patrol, and we'll see if we can find us another ship at a later date. Let's go ahead and go down to forward 1. I don't need to go too fast for this. We're going to go ahead and go back to our schedule, I think. Because, again, if all these ships are moving away from us, I don't think it matters too much. Unless there is still another ship out there that we're... See, there's a ship going really fast closing in. So we need to stay periscope for a bit. In fact, we could get caught in... One of these is probably a submarine. One of these might be a destroyer that has found our other submarines and is coming after us instead, which is not good. We're just going to go ahead and get out of Dodge, though. Hopefully we escape here because I'm a little nervous now. Okay, now both the ships I think that we're seeing now are Type 7, so I think we're okay. I don't think we have to be too scared of destroyers finding us just yet. Yeah, it's all still just subs. We'll just get out of Dodge. If those guys want to hunt them down, I mean, they're much more equipped to be able to hunt these guys down than we are. Still moving away. It's annoying that we missed that one. Alright, we should be able to go back to our dive schedule. Be able to go up a little faster here. Just cruise along here. We'll find some more ships. AN195. Okay, actually, that's the same place we were looking at before. I'm assuming it's not the same ship, though. Because that would be crazy that it has not moved in all this time. AN195. Slow. Southwest. It's the same information, though. What in the world? Is it possible that's the same ship and it was just like at the top northeastern part of 195 and now it's at the... That feels like that would be extremely slow. But good news is we should be able to intercept this one. So AN 195, southwestern course. We're going to go ahead and put it on like 235. If it's slow, again, we're going to go ahead and... I don't like the difference there, right? When our hydrophone guy finds somebody that's going medium, it tells us that it's going... We figured out it was going 7 knots, at least initially. And now we've got a guy going slow, and I'm still going to assume that's probably 7 knots. So a little bit of a weird difference in terminology there. But we should be able to intercept this one. So we're going to plot this out. Hopefully I can get faster at doing this. So that's our line. Here is his line, presumably. We don't know exactly. Honestly, he might be coming straight at us, for all we know. But we're going to go ahead and plot something like that. We're going to go ahead and pull this out to the 7 that I expect it to be. Actually, I might just zoom in and just do 7 here. Well, no. Let's do 35 because it's gonna be a little hard for me to do the full 70. And then if they're doing 35 and we're doing half of 13, that would be 65. Something like that. So then the intercept would be pretty shallow, actually. We're actually almost on a collision course with these guys already anyway. That's a very shallow intercept. Literally going straight out of them, honestly, would almost be good enough. But we'll go ahead and call it 8.9 degrees. Our intercept should be somewhere along this. We're going to call the intercept right there. We'll call this new I1. And we'll go ahead and head for it. We'll go ahead and go surface. We'll go ahead and go full speed. Let's get ahead of them and see if we can get at them. Now, we're still foggy, though, so there's still very low visibility at the moment. We'll get within probably 197, and then we'll plan on submerging from there. Because at least if we're in 197 and we're on this angle, we could slow down drastically and catch them a little bit, you know, further along this line. Or wherever they might be again, because we don't know where they're exact heading at the moment. Hopefully after the failure of finding that convoy last time. Again, not entirely my fault. The information we had originally did absolutely plot them on an intercept right up where we were at. And so I think we did the right thing. It's just, for whatever reason, something caused them to turn around. Again, it might have been those other subs is the only thing I can think of. Oh, let me... oh, no, sorry. Wait, that's just the buoyancy. I thought that was our oxygen for a second there. It's like, why is it not doing the oxygen? Like I said, we'll get to the bottom of 197 here, and then we'll dive down periscope, get us a good reading. More than likely, they're going to be up in the top right-hand corner of 197 at that point in time still, right? Maybe not even into 197 yet at all, depending on where they are within this quadrant. All right, I think we can find these guys. We go periscope.
Wir sind auf Seerohrtiefe. Boot für Rundumblick eingesteuert. Auf E-Motoren wechseln.
Okay, let's slow down a little bit.
Langsame Fahrt voraus.
Also assign some guys to this guy, but surely we'll be able to find this guy in a moment. Let me go ahead and do that, actually. Go ahead and move off of these. We don't need these guys up there. We'll assign one here. I mean, we're just about covering all of 195. How have we not found these guys yet? Maybe that was old information. You know what? Is that just the old... Did we just get a repop of the exact same information from before? No. Should be. I mean, it looks like it's new information. Let's cruise along here for a little bit. And we were... There we go. 7 degrees. That's literally right in front of us. That's what we were hoping for. Medium closing in. So, at our 4 knot speed, our intercept would be right there. We'll now call this... We'll actually call this just 0.2. I know I keep using different terms, but I can't make up my mind what I actually want to use. And then currently they are right there, so we're close. Let's just go ahead and get rid of all this stuff that we know is not true. We do not need any more. Okay. So at our very slow speed, we could probably plan an intercept. What's the distance here? I want to kind of intercept almost at a 90-degree angle. We're actually farther away than I thought we were. 2 kilometers right there. So if we can go slow speed, intercept them there, we can definitely go slow speed, intercept them here. Actually, a good question would be, let me go ahead and go back up to forward 2. So 23 kilometers is what they will do when we're going, I think, 4 knots. We'll travel 23 kilometers. They'll travel 33. So let's do the math here. 33 to x equals 23 to, and we are going 3 knots or 4 knots? Looks like 3 knots. So it's 99 divided by 23, which is almost, that is very slow. Is that right? That is 4 knots. Why are these guys going 4 knots? I don't think I've ever seen a ship go 4 knots before. That is quite slow. Honestly, I think I'm just going to stay on what we're doing right now. And we'll kind of line up here and we'll be able to kind of turn into a 90 degree over here somewhere. I think this is fine. We'll get within, we might even have to get closer than that, to be perfectly honest, because of the fog. We'll just kind of continue on this line, and once we get close to this dot, we will... Okay, now we're going 4 knots. So if I redid the math at 4 knots, it would be what? 5.7 knots. Okay, that's more accurate. I figured they're going 6 knots. So that sounds a little bit more realistic to me, if they're going 6 knots. Okay, we're going to assume 6 knots, and we'll kind of cruise along here. At, do we want to go periscope? I don't think we need to go periscope depth. I think we can surface. We're going to go forward 1, though. We're just going to cruise along here. We don't need to go too fast. We're going to be able to get ahead of these guys. We're already ahead of them. And we'll just kind of get a little bit closer and kind of go from there. I like that going in forward 1 keeps us at basically the same knot. It's just going forward 2 underwater because that kind of keeps the math all the same. Oh, it is storming outside. Oh, okay. This is going to be really hard, actually. I think we're going to have a really tough time getting a good attack on these guys. We're going to be like right next to them just to even see them. How bad is it out there? I mean, it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. I thought it would be like really, really like coming down. Looks like it's all right. I mean, we could do this entire attack on the surface, but again, we don't have a good way to plot that very easily. Let's go ahead and dive down to periscope. We'll go ahead and move up to speed 2 here. And hopefully we can cover the rest of this distance and find out where these guys are exactly here in just a moment. Possibly if it's storming on them as well, then maybe they're going slower than we originally expected. Oh, they're directly in front of us. Oh, interception's not possible right now. All right. Well, the good news is that tells us exactly where they're at, and we will still be able to get a good intercept angle just turning to our left here. So we'll call this P1 again. And then if we were to speed up, I'm assuming we would have an intercept. Yeah, which is fine. And I'm okay with this. Okay, we'll go as fast as we can here. They're going to get a little ahead of us if we're not careful. All right. So in the time it takes us to go 4.1 kilometers, they're going to travel. I did not mean to do that. I hate that when I hit the. I was trying to unclick the eraser, and I clicked the eraser. It's just because I'm bad. I'm bad at this game, guys. I want the ruler. So again, go back to this. So in the time it takes us to go 4.1, they're going to go 4.2. So it actually is. They're actually going about 4 knots. Really? That just seems insane that they've slowed down. I guess it's the storm. They have slowed down drastically. Do we actually see these guys? We've detected them, but we don't see them. Maze on the periscope. We're already on the TDC. Can we get somebody on depth keeping, maybe? Which would be one of you guys, right? Keep you on depth keeping, just to keep us in line here. Let's have you, actually, can you maintain, let's get us maintenance on our torpedoes real quick. We're going to assume that we're going to be doing something here. I like to only launch 1 torpedo if at all possible. It's possible the torpedo maintenance doesn't last long enough for me to have done it that early. Actually went a little bit faster than I originally expected. So maybe he's closer to 5 knots. I mean, our intercept's cruising along faster and faster and faster. He might be at that 6 knot that we originally thought he was going to be at. I don't see him. It is rough out there. Goodness gracious, this is... Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we might be able to spot him if we actually go look through the periscope ourselves. What is it, 78 degrees? I'm going to turn on my red lights because I cannot see. Actually, you know what? Let me turn on the red lights here as well.
Auf Rotlicht wechseln.
All right. Can we see anything here? He's at what, 75? My goodness, it is dark out there. Okay, there's a ship out there somewhere. I mean, we know it's out there. I mean, I can't even begin to see, like, what kind of ship it is, anything about this thing. Wow. I'm going to do a full torpedo run, but with the weather, we're not going to be able to do that, are we? It's about to pop out of the haze here, and it's just going to be like right on top of us, isn't it? Well, we're at the lowest zoom right now. Wow, It's not even just because of the red lights. I genuinely, there's nothing to see out there. Hopefully we can get close enough. We're probably just gonna have to go surface and flag this guy down. Oh, do I see a mast? Or is that just rain streaking down? Thought I saw a mast for a second there. Oh, I wish you could see it. That would be so cool if you could see it light up with the lightning. Like just even briefly, but I didn't see it that time. I think we're definitely gonna have to board the ship though. I don't think we can I don't think we can run a torpedo solution against this thing without being able to see it. And by the time we can see it, we're gonna be so close. I don't think it's gonna be probably within the range of torpedo arming. Ah, we don't have dynamite. Man, we need some dynamite. Or we need to get a mechanic guy that has the ability to scuttle ships himself. Oh, man. Can I see anything on the other? Oh, there was lightning. We reached our target already? Really? Okay, well let's... Where is this thing? Let's plot an intercept for this thing then. I mean, is this thing about to run into us? Are we that close? Oh, there it is. Oh my goodness, it's right on top of us. Oh, this is bad. Let me see. I'm sorry. Panic. Where's my rudder? There's my rudder. Oh, we're about to die. Dive. As I say, we're about to take damage. He just snuck right up on us. That's the damage. That just came out of nowhere. And I kind of panicked on what button to hit. I meant to put the periscope down and I kind of panicked there. Wow. How much damage do we take? Okay. I think we can safely surface now. We should be on the other side of him. What is term 2A? I don't know what that is. That just snuck up on us quick. That was like, I don't even know what we can do about that. Can we interact with it? It is British. Crew's leaving the ship. Wow. Like, I still can't see it. And we definitely took some damage. That just snuck up on us so fast. I panicked. I'm like, what? Like, how do I? Where's my dive button? Where's my dive button? I should have paused the game and then like found my dive button because I'm like, I couldn't find it. Like, where is this thing even at? And we can interact with the lifeboats. We can invite these guys on board. If there's no officers, we're not going to do that one. So that was lifeboat. Which one? That was lifeboat 1. We'll give them some supplies. It's fine. And then you're welcome. And then we will interact with lifeboat 2. This probably has officers. If it does, we'll get these guys on board. And then I still can't see this stupid thing. No idea where the ship is. Let's stop so I don't just run into this thing. Well, there's no point in sending your team to the freighter because there's nothing for us to do. So we're not going to do that. And if it's a transport ship, then presumably it's got soldiers on board. Although, wouldn't they have abandoned with the... I don't know what that would have happened. We got to sink this guy, though. And I don't know how to do that without seeing him. It's so dark. Hopefully we were able to fix all the damage. Looks like we were able to fix it all, so we're okay. And it looks like the periscope itself did not take any damage. Guess we'll plot an intercept here at a very slow speed. And hope that we can see this thing. And I don't know how we're going to launch our torpedoes against something we can't see. Of course, the periscope's still up. Dude, how about you just leave? There we go. Go there. Hopefully that'll lower the periscope. Thankfully the periscope did not take damage, it appears. Wow, this is the darkest I've ever seen it. Again, thankfully all the repairs seem to be done, so we're okay there. Oh, we got an upgrade on somebody. Oh, it would be perfect if this guy got the upgrade that can let him sorry, I went the wrong button. Let him scuttle stuff. I don't think he's close enough for that though, is he? I think it's one of these down here. Amount of exhaust smoke is significantly reduced. Okay. Repairs consumed less time. Can salvage. Can produce spare parts from scrap in the workshop station. Only Type 7 and larger boats have such a station, so we don't care about that. Thorough. He carefully carries out maintenance on torpedoes, completely limiting the risk of detonator failure and extending the time for which they remain maintained by 24%. That's actually pretty useful. And then mechanic. Recovers some scrap from completing major repairs. Tempted to go engine specialist just so there's less smoke, but also thorough would be useful. I like this. I like this one. I really hope we get down to these though soon, because those are the ones that I think one of those is the one that lets us scuttle ships. Oh, it's like right on top of us. Where is it? This is so dark. 27, right there. I might just have to blindly launch a torpedo at this thing because I cannot see this. I mean, I don't think our deck gun is strong enough to hit it, so... We're just going to go back. And we're going to turn a little bit to the right here. Hopefully we can line up on this thing. I can't see a thing on this thing. Oh, I went the wrong way. Sorry. I'm going to try a plug-in solution just from the map. I don't know if it's going to work or not. I can't see anything. We're not going to be able to be close enough to see anything here. Hope for the best. I mean, the fact that it's not moving gives us a fighting chance here. Wait, is it really that far ahead of us?
Alle Maschinen stopp.
Oh, it's way over there. Alright, assuming the ship's right there. We are... I mean, we're going to point right at the ship, I think. 648 meters. We're not going anywhere, but at least we know the ship's pointed at it. We could probably scooch a little bit closer. Get within like 500 meters maybe. I mean, what would you do in real life? In real life, you would board the ship and put some scuttle it somehow. I don't think you, if you can't see it, can't shoot a torpedo at it. But although they might actually be able to, you know, use sound and launch torpedoes that way better than I can. All right, we're going to call that good enough. We're going to drift a little bit as we slow down here anyway. All right. So yeah, still at 537. Okay. Let's see if we can plug something in here. We don't need this stuff from the tap periscope at all for this. So we're going to say the ship is at, 605 is actually pretty good. We're going to say the angle on the bow, it does not matter. So we're going to leave it at that. Target speed 0. And honestly, all of this is actually correct. It's dead ahead of us. Angle on bow doesn't matter. 0 knots, 600 meters. This is actually all perfect. So now we want to go to, I guess we still need to go to the periscope. Just so we can, oh, I hit the wrong thing, I think. Just so that we can, actually kind of get a lock on it. I mean, those ship's up here somewhere. There it is, right there. So we're going to lock on, well. Okay, we lock on that. It's a freighter. We don't know what kind of freighter it is. Oh, it's a transport. We know that. It kind of doesn't matter. Again, standing still. All okay. Torpedoes. So we know it's 0. We're going to just say 90. It doesn't really matter at all. Distance is 40 is fine. Let's go ahead and communicate all of that.
Winkel 8, 8, Bug rechts. Entfernung zum Ziel 6, 4, 0 Meter.
Still have a torpedo that's ready to go. We're gonna try. I mean, if this forward torpedo is basically going straight ahead, I mean, it should hit. It might be a dud because of the angle. We don't know. But it should hit. Okay, cancel.
Schussunterlagen aktualisieren. Winkel 8, 3, rechts.
Why is it not having... Why is it...
Schussunterlagen aktualisieren. Gegnerlage 8, 5, rechts.
I think we're just gonna fire it. I don't know what's going on with this. It seems weird.
Los!
Someone he'd be able to... Would be able to see the thing up here. What am I missing? Oh, gotta close that. Well, what we can do is we can go to the ship. I don't see a torpedo coming in. Man, I can't see it. We're using... What did I miss? I wish I knew what I missed. Why can't I get the torpedo? What did I do before to get the torpedo view? There we go. It was this, wasn't it, maybe? Or do we need to listen for contacts or something? No. Thought there was a way that I could get the torpedo view, but I'm not seeing that now. Well, there we go. I don't know why it wasn't working a second ago. Wonder how bad it missed. And we're never gonna know. I'd have to launch another one just to see it. I mean, I might as well launch another one. I don't want to sink this thing. And I'd like to know how far off we were, like why we were far off, right? Because I feel like this is an educational thing. So, not the torpedo. We want to intercept the ship. 491. It's closer now. We'll probably go like 550 or something. None of this should matter. None of this other stuff should matter.
Aktualisieren. Entfernung 550 Meter.
Natürlich, Herr Kaloin.
Lage 96 rechts.
I'd just like to know why it missed. So I'm going to launch another one. Basically with all the other settings still the same. Just so I can kind of get a better understanding of why it missed. Is this our guy that had the upgrade? It's better at maintaining torpedoes. Oh, no. We did the engine thing, didn't we, I think? Alright. Where's that? Kind of drifted a bit. So it's still basically there. It's possible it's too much of a curve on the torpedo, or maybe we're too close.
Kleine Fahrt zurück.
Maschinenstopp. Lossetzen.
548. So we'll call it 600, dead ahead. Again, I have no idea what the England Ballet is, 0 kilometers. Should be, and it might have just been based on where we were targeting it. Who knows?
Schussunterlagen aktualisieren. Lage 8, 8, Bug rechts. Entfernung zum Ziel 6.
I mean, we're literally shooting torpedoes blind. Oh, it might have been shooting at the... I wonder if I was shooting at the lifeboat accidentally. Do we still think it's dead ahead? 3 degrees. We're going to launch this at 3 degrees then.
Rohr 2 bewässern.
Hopefully this time I can actually watch it.
Rohr 2 bewässert.
Do you want to slow it down a little bit? I guess we can't slow down maybe after we flooded it. Alright, let's just launch it and see if we can watch this.
Los!
40 Sekunden bis Torpedo einschlagen.
Is this the right one? I don't know if this is the right one. It might be this other one.
Wie lauten Ihre Befehle, Herr Kalon? 20
I don't know which was the right one.
bis einschlagen.
Can't be this one.
Wie lauten Ihre Befehle, Herr Kalon? Fehlschuss.
My goodness, where is this thing? Wow. I have no idea why we're missing. Like, I can't see it to know how far we're missing it by. You know what I mean? So weird. I have no idea what we're, like, where this thing is at.
Kurs auf diese Koordinaten.
It is so weird. I mean, do we just go to daytime? What time is it? That's the middle of the night. I have to be able to see this.
Alarm beenden.
I don't know why the alarm was canceled. Oh, we're getting tossed around like crazy over here. Oh, I guess we got our rudders going back and forth. I'm determined to sink this thing. I just can't see it, like, at all. We really need a guy that can scuttle. Oh, it's so annoying that we don't have... Or dynamite. Please, store, give me some dynamite. I've actually started this run many times over, and never once have I not had the dynamite available. It's a little dangerous for us to be sitting out here, obviously. Okay, presumably we can actually see it now.
Auf Gefechtsstation.
Bleibt ruhig und konzentriert, Mann. Wir schaffen das.
Where is it? 92 degrees. Hey, we can actually see a ship. Well, good news is we know it. We know part of the reason why we might have missed it, because it is more facing on against us. I had no idea which direction it was. I mean, we just could have made an assumption about which direction it was facing, I suppose. But yeah. All right. So what we're going to do then, now that we actually know approximately where it's at, we're going to try to get a broadside of it. Which way are we facing? We're facing this way. Let's try and get up here. We're going to plot a course for here. Kind of around here. Come up this thing, just more of a broadside. And hopefully we can get an actual shot to hit.
50 Grad.
All right. I'll stop.
Maschinenstopp.
Dead ahead. At least now we can actually get a good lock on this thing. Oh, which is finally good. Yeah, so we're at 0 velocity. We are at 90 degrees. We'll go ahead and plug it in as 90 degrees left because that is technically what it is. I'm assuming the reason we were missing it before, though, is because it was a profile, right? It was not a side. And again, I should have guessed based on the direction. I should have been able to figure that out, I think. And what's the distance here?
Kurs auf diese Koordinaten setzen.
585. So we'll call it 600. Oh, go back to your periscope, please.
Tor besetzen.
Oh, well, let's make sure we are maintaining another torpedo, please.
Natürlich, Herr Kaloin.
So we'll call this 600. We'll have to wait for our torpedo to get maintained.
Torpedorohr 3.
All right.
Wartet.
We actually have a fighting chance of hitting this time. Basically dead ahead, 0 degrees, 600 meters. Torpedoes are ready to go.
Aktualisieren. Lage 9, 2,
Rohr 3
links.
bewässern.
I hate wasting 2 torpedoes for nothing, but I was hoping the second torpedo would let us see where it went, but it just did. It's too dark out there.
Rohr 3 bewässert.
All right. If we miss this one, I'm turning in my U-boat badge.
Los.
Oh, the way that just tilted might have messed us up. Hopefully not.
40 Sekunden bis Torpedoeinschlag.
Go back to periscope.
Standseerohr besetzen.
Wie lauten Ihre Befehle, Herr Kaloin? 30 Sekunden.
All right, this looks like it's a hit. Finally.
20 Sekunden.
Definitely when the periscope moved, it did move us a little bit off center though, but it should still be a hit.
10 Sekunden bis Einschlag.
Yay, we finally sunk it, or hit it. We haven't sunk it yet, I suppose. That took us way too long. But note to self, it is extremely hard to do something in the dark. Also note to self, know where the direction of the ship was going before it stopped and assume it's still facing that direction. Because that's exactly what was happening. It was absolutely facing the direction we thought it was. Or should have assumed it was. That's alright. No biggie. We still have 2 torpedoes, and we'll go ahead and while we're doing this, we'll go ahead and get some of those torpedoes loaded up. Let's grab you, sir,
Herr Kaloin.
and let's have you load up torpedoes, please. We should be able to sink at least 1 more ship, maybe 2. But we're gonna open cut in there. Ah, goodness, it's hard when you can't see. Again, in retrospect, you know, if I do a retrospective of what we did, I should have gotten to the side of where I assumed it was before, but it was really hard to see. But I should have just assumed what was the profile. If we'd gotten the profile, I think we could have hit on the very first torpedo. Because I don't think anything was wrong with the calculations. I think it was literally we're right at its tail, and it could have just gone just barely off left or right. So learning experience there. That's fixable in the future. But other than that, I think it was okay. I mean, we found a ship. We sunk a ship. Very hard in the dark, obviously. But all in all, we got us some tonnage. And if we can get 1 more ship, we should be getting our 4,000 tons. And I'll be happy with that. We'll put a cut in there. I do appreciate you guys watching. May God bless you. And I hope you join me again next time. Thank you and goodbye. I wanted to give a special shout out to the following channel members. Thank you so much for supporting the channel.